Hello teachers, my name is Charlie Jones, and today the 21st century skill that I will be discussing will be collaboration, and the learning needs that is being addressed is students with social struggle when they interact with other students. And the name of my robot is the Bee-Bot, the little yellow Bee-Bot. The teaching and learning aspect that I've identified by NAPLAN would be problem solving, as problem solving is used by the students a lot within the school and a lot within every single subject, not just numeracy. And the identified learning need for specific groups of students, I've picked the students who have an inability to interact with others and struggle with that social interaction within their classroom, as I think that that's very important in problem solving, to be able to interact with students and come up with a great idea to further develop the individual's own ability to problem solve. And this is aligned with my collaboration 21st century skill, as they can collaborate with the other students and therefore find an answer to this specific skill. And this also comes into play with Hentages 2016, who states that students need to be able to interact with other students to further develop their own learning. And through this, the teachers must have the responsibility of creating activities which focus on this specific skill. The robot that I've chosen to help students with these skills and to further develop their own numeracy and literacy is the Bee-Bot. The Bee-Bot is quite functional and quite affordable for students and the teachers, as all they have to do is click on the Bee-Bot and it will move as far as they want. So there is a D-pad on the Bee-Bot which has arrows, and the students can click them and then press go, and then that will make the Bee-Bot move wherever they want. The Bee-Bot is great for collaboration, as the students are able to discuss with each other what needs to be done in order for the Bee-Bot to get to one place to another. Therefore, the teachers can design little maps to make the students to get to one place to the other, and in doing so will help them figure out their problem solving. In terms of the SMAR model, I've chosen redefinition, as it will add new technology in replace of other problem solving activities. So in this instance, instead of the teacher giving worksheets out or different kind of examples such as that, the Bee-Bot acts as a problem solving activity for the students and also is a good group work task. Norton 2007 suggests when robots are integrated, it can help to develop a deeper understanding of their own problem solving. So therefore, if robots are integrated within the classroom learning, the students are able to get a new sense of problem solving and how this can be done through other ways rather than just worksheets. Furthermore, this enhances their ability to problem solve by finding patterns within the Bee-Bot whilst collaborating with their peers and to find answers to this. For example, when teachers give the activity with the mat and students are able to use the Bee-Bot to move around this particular mat, they can discuss with other students of how to do this and how to get to one side to the other. That's why I think it's important for teachers to introduce robots within the classroom, as instead of just using worksheets and different problem-solving activities, the students are able to knuckle down and actually find ways to get to one side to the other whilst just using a Bee-Bot. It's very simple and very engaging for the students. In accordance to the UDL guidelines, robotics and Bee-Bots in particular provide students with high levels of engagement. This provides the students with more motivation to complete activities by being more fun and engaging, which Elkin 2014 suggests in their article. Therefore, Elkin also suggests that if students are more motivated to learn, this can come through the activities that the teacher is designing. So if the teacher designs a fun and engaging activity, it is more likely for the students to be more engaged and to complete it to the best of their ability, as opposed to whether they don't like an activity and they and not completing it to the best of their own ability. This was able to inform me on the learning need of problem solving through collaboration. This is because engagement from the students is vital for their learning, and when this is done, the teacher will experience more high levels of engagement and the students will want to give them more. The Bbot is extremely easy to use, and if the students don't understand how to use it, they can still be able to move it around and develop these problem-solving skills, as they'll need to work on how and why it works properly. Therefore, the robot produces interest with the individuals within the group, as well as persistence to understand it, how it works and why. According to Papadakis 2020, Bbots enhance the students' computational thinking skills and benefit them within their learning. In particular with the younger students, as it is a very basic programming tool that the younger students, as in kindergarten, year 1 and year 2, are able to easily use these robots, as it is not too complex for them. Furthermore, students from early can start to understand different ways to solve problems and to use these computational thinking skills through the use of a Bbot. An example of a computational thinking skill that the students can use whilst using the Bbots is pattern recognition. Therefore, if a student is going forward and backwards and sideways, they are able to recognise the patterns to get to another side of the map. So if the students have an activity where they need to get from one side to the other, they can use the different patterns they can see of how to go forward, backwards and side. So I think that makes it a really good activity for the students to collaborate and also use their computational thinking skills to this robot. In addition, this is done throughout lessons within the group work, which is also an introduction to the 21st century skill of collaboration, which can be seen in the mind map. Therefore, if collaboration is used throughout the classroom, students are able to discuss with their peers on how to use these skills for the Bbot to get to one side to the other. So as the students are discussing, they're building up their communication skills and also helping out each other to figure out the problem and how to solve it. Although everything discussed has been positive, there are also some limitations to the Bbot. For the students who find robotics easy, the Bbot will not be complex enough for them, which may make them lose attention easily. Another limitation will be the arguments during group work and whose turn it is. Therefore, it is very important for the teacher to set guidelines out for the students so they know how to work within the group. In summary, the Bbot allows students to further not only their problem-solving skills, but also their computational thinking skills, as well as their collaboration skills throughout various activities. As it is affordable and practical to use, I believe us going forward as a school needs resources such as these to enhance the students' learning. When robots such as a Bbot are introduced so early on in students' learning, it gives them the opportunity to acquire various skills that they can use throughout their school life, especially when it is so engaging such as Bbot. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope we can get this involved in the students' learning.